59 years old, and I'm sure there'll be people, because, red hat people are going to say, oh, you ugly old woman, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've lived 59 years. I worked my ass off as a district manager in restaurants, been a realtor, own a small business, and I can't see myself making it 2 more years without not having my house anymore and any money to survive. I am scared to death. I have no pension, no 401k, I have nothing. And when I get on Social Security, which maybe if it's still there in a few years, it's not even enough to pay my mortgage payment, let alone buy food or electricity or anything else there is, right? I'm 59 and a half years old, and I have nothing after working my ass off. Why didn't I save? Everything's so fucking expensive. We are taxed on taxed on taxed on taxed. And then I go over to Red Note and I see how the people in China live, and they pay $800 for even law school, and their groceries are cheap and their housing is cheap and they're fucking happy. And they have beautiful cities that look like the future, and our cities are old and broken down with all the taxes we pay that they don't pay. Explain how our country looks like freaking shit, and we're like a third world country. They called us a third world country we're a third world country with a Gucci belt. And you know what? They're right. We struggle every day. The taxes, we pay taxes on the taxes. They tax our income, and then every time we buy something, they tax that. And then they keep taxing your home continuously, even if after it's paid off. And all that money lines the pockets of these fucking billionaires and politicians, because they're paid off to let them put poison in our fucking food, to let kids get shot in classrooms. They're going to take away, they're put Elon Musk in charge of government efficiency. Are you fucking kidding? And he wants to take away any programs. Our homelessness population, people shouldn't be homeless. China doesn't have any homeless. They take care of their people. They have beautiful cars that are much better and cheaper than ours, beautiful homes that are cheaper than ours, much better than ours. And you know what? We struggle to survive while these billionaires become trillionaires. We have billionaire who just bought our fucking country. And there's people that want this and think it's going to be amazing. They split us up on purpose. Absolutely on purpose, because that's how they keep us down and keep us poor and working our asses off, instead of us 99% fighting back against the 1% who just want more and more and more and more, because it's never fucking enough with these fucking mansion yachts. Okay, they have so much, and they just want more, because they have to be better than the other billionaire while we all fucking struggle. And guess what? I could be on the fucking street one day. I am scared to death, and have been for the last 4.5 years since my divorce, on how the fuck I'm going to survive. At 59 and a half years old, we're in another country. I'd be taken care of. I wouldn't have to worry about my house. I wouldn't have to worry about food. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. We've been propagandized. I've been propagandized my whole life to think about how horrible they are and how great America is, when it's not. It's not. They don't take care of their people. If you go to the hospital, I went to the hospital. I have insurance that I pay for, and I went to the emergency room and had a $600 and something bill after insurance. And people with no insurance, thousands. And I know a guy I just talked to on the phone. This kid, he's 30, had cancer, and it was $15,000 for one round of chemotherapy. It's not right. And there's one guy from China who made a video. If you ever get really sick or have something, Come to China. Even if you're not a citizen there, you will be taken care of. And then fly back home. Fly here and fly back home. We shouldn't have to fly to Turkey for teeth. I just had 4 implants because I had problems. I had bridges and they went bad. 4 implants. I have fucking $25,000 debt from it. And I had 1 year to pay it, which of course never was going to happen. And now they're going to go back to the very beginning and add 30% interest. I can't pay it. I can't pay it. I can't survive. And if I didn't have credit cards, I wouldn't be surviving right now. So we've got to do something. These people talking about a fucking revolution, they're right. I might be old, but I'll fucking get out there. I'll be on the lines with you. I'll do what I can because it's time. The people, the next generation deserves better. They deserve better and they're not going to take it anymore. I think it's over for this government. It's time to do something, and I'm hoping it's with the help of other Western countries that we'll be able to get back what America was supposed to be in the very beginning.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachahakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum, and $15,000 for some chemotherapy for it to not work is crazy. Okay, but you can see, panic mode is starting to set in with a lot of these women now. We don't feel bad. And when it gets much, much, much worse, we still won't feel bad because this is all written. Okay, the 7-to-1 ratio that we speak about in Isaiah the 4th chapter, verse 1. All right, which I'll get in a second. All right, that's getting ready to play out on this side, like Apostle Har said, because there's just, for some reason, you have to constantly pander to women to make them seem like they're going to be in good case, all right, all the way into the kingdom, and that's just the furthest thing from the truth. Let me get a precept real quick. Let's see. Where is it? This is Second Ezra chapter 16. Okay. I'll start at verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? For the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in great fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And this is why it's going to get to the point where 7 women are going to grab hold of one man, because it's not just going to be economics, okay? Something's going to happen, okay, where it's going to put people in panic mode, okay? The life as you know it is going to be uprooted because of famine and war, okay? This is prophesied to come, okay? And with one thing with this woman that she kind of glossed by was that she divorced her husband 4 years ago, okay? She's what, 59? You got to be stupid to divorce your husband at 55, okay? Was the nigga trying to kill you, okay? You married to Michael Myers, knowing you're not in good case. She's just void of wisdom, man. Okay, she's 59 years old, living on credit cards. And they're telling these young women when it's too late. Okay, most of you have ruined yourself. Okay, the man that was the most emotionally invested into you, with having a kid with you, what did you tell him? A lot of you are not going to be able to get help from your baby fathers or whoever you did wrong. Okay, but verse 19, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. All right, and that's the proud spirit of these people. Okay, you're still going to have proud women out there, and the Lord is going to keep humbling them. Okay, it says verse 21, really the main point. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. And then, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right? And people underestimate that confusion part. Okay, that confusion is a major plague, man. This is why the scriptures say what? In Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time, and the strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. Okay, these people don't fear the Lord. Okay, they're only demonstrating fear because of the consequences of the Lord. Big difference. Okay, and so because we feared the Lord and sought him early, guess what? We're going to be in good case, actually good case. Okay, going back to 2 Ezra 16, verse 22, he says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So it is not going to be nice. That's those mischiefs upon mischief. You're going to escape one thing and run into the other. Okay? It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So this is the time that we're coming into. All right? And ultimately, the vintage is now failing, just like we told you that it would. But you had that Isaiah 47 spirit. Okay? I shall sit a lady forever. Okay? I'm just going to hold it. Okay? Going back to 2 Ezra 16. Okay? I'm going to skip down to verse 26. It says, the grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate for men of men. All right? And what does that mean? That means there's going to be a shortage. Okay? There's going to be a massive shortage of men. Okay? So that one man shall desire to see one another, and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be left 10, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. What are they hiding from? Okay? What is the shortage we're talking about? Okay? Isaiah 13 and 6, howl ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Okay, so there ain't going to really be any men out here except for the men of the Lord. And this is why we're going to get them 7-1, okay? And it's happening now, okay? You're starting to see the attitudes of women change. They're starting to be a little bit more open, or they'll double down and become a complete demon, okay? It's polarizing them, okay? It says, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flame. This is how the judgment is coming, okay? Going down, verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay? That's what we're getting ready to go into. And Isaiah I can basically stay in here in Isaiah. Is this where I want it? Where is that? Is that 32? Yeah, 32. Isaiah 32, okay? And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, okay? That's symbolic of a shortage of men, okay? We're going to be extremely rare. And what does rarity do to the value of an item, okay? If I were to Google it, okay? Let's see. See what it says. Rarity generally increases the perceived value of an item as the scarcity of something makes it more desirable. Okay? And therefore, people are willing to pay more for it. So you're going to have these women go from I'm not dealing 50-50. Okay? As a matter of fact, if you don't cash at me for my nails on the first date, you can go next. Okay, that whole attitude, there's a reason the Lord allowed them to get that proud. Okay, and so the pomp can be brought low. Okay, the scriptures speak about the pomp of people. Pomp goes into pompous being proud. Okay, it says this phenomenon is often referred to as the scarcity principle in psychology. Okay, the less you have of something, the more valuable it is. Okay, and we're going to be the only chosen nation. Okay, point blank period. Okay, so these are the things you gotta think about. Okay, when you go out there and say I'm gonna be an independent queen with no forethought. Okay, because women don't really believe in prophecy. They just do whatever their heart desires. Okay, it says Isaiah 47:7, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. Now we know this is talking about the kingdom of Babylon essentially, but this is the same spirit that's on women. Why? Because women have been placed in charge. Okay, you let your 10-year-old Slovakia, you let your 10-year-old daughter drive a brand new BMW. Okay, what do you think is going to happen? It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. It says, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Okay? Excuse me 1 second. Okay? It says, verse 8, therefore now hear this, thou that art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that say in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. Bear with me with this cough, man. I'm not really sick, but I got an annoying cough and just my throat all jacked up. So Salakia. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. So it's going to smack them in the face. Okay. Now that we've gone through that, this should make complete sense to you. Okay. If you have ears to hear. Isaiah 4 verse 1, it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay? And we're seeing that unfold right now. Okay? Why? Scarcity. Okay? I'll read this again. Rarity generally increases the perceived value of an item, as the scarcity of something makes it more desirable, and therefore people are willing to pay more for it. Okay, this is why they're gonna put off. And some of these women, they're gonna have a man and leave them because that man is not gonna be adequate. Okay, and we're gonna be able to discern in the spirit. Okay, who gets chosen and who doesn't. Okay, there ain't gonna be a day where you gotta go shoot your shot. That's a modern day Babylonian concept where you got game. Okay, you shouldn't need game in a society because all kind of wickedness happens. Adultery, diseases and pestilence spread, promiscuity. You know, from having these open dating markets. But the Lord is gonna close shop. We're gonna close this shit, man. Okay. Anyway, I'll end it there. I'll be back with another lesson later, Lord's will. Hopefully, y'all were edified. Shalom.